Namaste, beloveds. This is Mother with Wisdom, and we are going to get right into it. This is the Celebrating Rebirthing series from the Ancient Days, and it is a recognition of rebirth, resurrection, understanding of the consciously being aware of the cycles and seasons as they have been moving within my own journey, and gleaning the wisdom from the seeds that were sown. The seeds were shared very early on. A lot of them are just now bearing ripe fruit, and many are still growing and need nurturing. So this is what you're getting. This is the fourth card that was pulled. This is a major arcana card. It is the Chariot card in the regular tarot deck. It is the Warrior card in the Medicine Woman deck. It's very powerful. Very powerful. And in the previous video, I was sharing, I was moved to this. I had it up here above the butterfly, and it just was irritating me, so I took it off. But here it is, right here again, that crescent moon. So let's get into it, beloveds. Let's get into this Warrior card, okay? It is number 7. The number and meaning 7 in the Medicine Woman deck. Rest, success. Traditional name, Chariot. Medicine Woman energy, victorious warrior. Affirmation, I am a point of power for the divine plan which works unfailingly through me. Having set my will to follow the highest within, I am strengthened to express the victorious life. I am a point of power. That's very powerful. I am the warrior coming. This card speaks. I am the warrior coming home, whether you see me on horseback or chariot. I know that I am transported by my power to will. All of this was spoken in the hour-long video. These cards were not read until now afterwards. Okay? All of this day, well, it's yesterday now. But the 3rd of March, 2023, it's a very powerful day for me. It was a resurrection and rebirth, rebirthing day through all of the signs and symbols, not just me knowing and feeling that and recognizing that. Let me keep sharing, beloveds. I have taken charge of my life and its direction. Your vehicle for movement is symbolic of your mental discipline. It is the personality through which you carry out the great plan of Creator within. For me, that has been Merkaba. Merkaba came to me, the word Merkaba itself came to me probably about 3 or 4 years ago. And it just would not leave. And I posted a lot of things. I did a lot of things concerning it. I have learned a lot of lessons from that. And for it to re-emerge in this rebirthing process, defined the way it is right now, is really revealing a lot for me. And it's also giving me a lot to meditate upon. So here we go. Having experienced the energies of cards 1 through 6, you now hold the reins of your life in your own hands. You will have the feeling of being in the driver's seat or at the wheel. If you have been following me, you know I came up with stay in your lane. I gave it as a metaphor for how I was feeling. I've expressed so multiple times how the ego wants to drive and how you have to say no. You get in the back seat, you ride shotgun, or matter of fact, you get the hell up out of this vehicle right now because you're not ready. And so all of this, like I said, is really coming back for me to meditate upon it, for me to review it, for me to reflect upon the many lessons that have been sown, that I've been growing, that have been incubating, that I have been holding. So it's very deep, beloved. It's about to get very deep. And again, with the Ancient of Days coming forth, I had no expectations. I had no expectations, but what's coming forth is so validating, so confirming, so uplifting, so inspiring to keep going, to know that the choices were the right choices, and to keep making the right choices. As far as my birth, death, and rebirth, allowing the flow and not worrying about the mistakes, not dwelling and reliving and rehashing and trying to reanalyze and re-understand and relive the past. But you have to get there, beloveds. You have to get to the point where you realize that it's poop. It's waste materials. It needs to go back to the earth. It needs to be let go by you. It needs to be released. It needs to be flushed from your system because it's toxic. It's poisoning you. You need to be reborn from all of that with a higher conscious frequency. Okay? Let's keep going. Like me, you have been a disciple of the voice within, following your own guidance on how to build the structure that is your city of light. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. The structure that is your city of light. The great discipline that this has required brings you the experience, the expertise that enables you to be at ease. Peace, baby, peace. You may rest upon this success. The wheels turn now by themselves. You have set in motion the forces that will forever be your foundation. Many battles have been won. It is time now to appreciate how far you have come. Feel the security you have created within. Fly with this confidence. You are soaring now, but know that the path will continue to unfold before you. Be ready to take up your shield of power and guard against self-doubt when the next challenge arises. Take full time in this moment to feel the achievement that is presently yours. It will be your foundation. Know it well. So that means don't go seeking or rushing into something. Continue to take your time. Rest in this moment of resurrection and rebirth. Refresh yourself in it. Revel in it. Relax in it. Relate with it. Become intimate with this way. And be on guard of what's coming. Don't lose sight. Don't look away from the road because you're in the driver's seat, even though the vehicle now knows how to drive itself. Be one in that momentum, in the movement, in the moment of it. Self-questioning. And all of this came about through self-inquiry for me. How many powers have you given over to others? Can you grow your own food? Can you teach your own children? Can you make your own clothes? Can you walk 5 miles? Can you feel comfortable alone? Can you go a day without a cigarette, a cup of coffee, food, your car, clothes, makeup, money? Exercise. Take over a function that you have given over to others. Meditation. Dwell on your accomplishments no matter how far you have to go to find them. Do not allow the mind to interfere by reminding you of any failures. Resurrection and rebirth. You're at ground zero. There are none. The past is over. It is gone. You are in the moment of the future. Rest in it. Visualization. Visualize a vehicle, chariot, horse, boat, or whatever you would like to ride on. Merkaba. Taking you toward your next experience or success. Discover where it takes you. Experience every detail of this next plateau. See your friends congratulating you. Perhaps they will be preparing a banquet. Just follow the path and see. Astrological sign, Cancer. Foods. In each person's life, there come to be certain foods that symbolize success. It may be champagne and caviar, a steak dinner, a complete meal from your own garden, or for some, the ability to eat no meat at all. When that caviar came up, beloveds, that came up in my dream. I had a wild dream after having no sleep. I'm not going to go into it now, but caviar came up in that dream, and it was deep. It was just, that dream was a trip, and I'm still meditating on it. That's why I'm not sharing. So it is what it is. It may be champagne and caviar, a steak dinner, a complete meal from your own garden, or for some, the ability to eat no meal at all. Whatever would bring you the feeling of success, indulge in it now. Throw off any associated guilt temporarily and allow the fantasy to take you in, at least for a day, completely. Notice any changes in the way you perceive yourself and others as you indulge in success. If you can't do it for a day, do it for a few minutes. Build up. Learn to visualize. Learn to visualize spiritually. Okay? Learn to see unconditional love. Learn to be intimate with unconditional love. The ways of unconditional love that are unique to you, that are acceptable to you, that you want to receive, that you want to give, that you want to be a part of, that you want to find peace in, rest in. See these things, beloveds. This is how you manifest them. Notice any changes in the way you perceive yourself and others as you indulge in success. Let go of judgment. You have to, in order to visualize, spiritually visualize, beloveds, you have to let go of judgment. You have to suspend that. You have to put that in suspended animation. Okay? Because you're observing from the frequency and spectrum of perfection. No matter what your physical eyes may see as flaws or flawed or ugly or nasty or stupid or out of order. Spirit sees it as perfect, perfect for the moment. Understand that. Colors, brilliant orange, yellow for the power of mind and being that radiates from you. Wear the clothing of accomplishment. The valley. It is important to remember that success is not a static state. You must enjoy the moment and allow yourself to continue forward, even though, as in a mountain climb, after the peak, there is but to descend. If you can be wise enough to foresee the valley you are approaching from your vantage point at the pinnacle, you will prepare and act accordingly. Compared to the climb, a rest is ahead. A rest is not struggling, beloveds. It's ease, not dis-ease. Life keeps you moving on. Trust yourself. The Chariot Warrior is only card 7. There are many experiences ahead. You can enjoy them if you don't fight to stay here at this particular peak. A warrior seldom becomes great by fighting one battle. Your skills must be constantly honed. Your retreat is as important as your advance. Learn that. There are no failures. There's going back down into the ground, reseeding yourself. There's dying to yourself and being resurrected, answering the call of a higher consciousness. As has been taught through many cultures, not just religion. Your retreat is as important as your advance. Take time to regroup, to become re-inspired. Celebrate the victory. Make it yours. Take it inside yourself, then relax. Tomorrow will start a new period. That is so spot on for this card, beloveds. And that is going to do it for the Warrior card. It said everything. I don't need to add anything to it, beloveds. And I hope you get everything that is there for you as well. And we're going to end this. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I am Mother with Wisdom. You can find me on Facebook as Mother with Wisdom, as Honeycomb Conversations, as Voluptuous Investments. Also on Blog Talk Radio as Mother with Wisdom. I have 2 channels there, an old one and a new one. So thank you, beloveds. I've been sharing for a long time, and now I'm harvesting. Thank you for being a part of my journey.